unpack. We unpack. We unpack. Coming to you live. Boxingego Unpacked. Yeah. We unpack. We unpack. We unpack. Coming to you live. Mayweather Promotions checks Ryan Garcia on Twitter after comments made against Gervonta "Tank" Davis. And to the public, we unpack. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Make sure you smash the like button. Also, subscribe to my channel for the latest and greatest in boxing. If you want to become part of the gang, notification gang, please hit the bell icon. Shout out to the super chats, channel donations, the Venmo donations, the Cash App, and the Patreon family. I promise you, we working. Now, head over to Patreon. You don't want to miss it. Got some new things in store. Become a Patreon member today. Link in the description. There's an affiliate section. You can go ahead and click on that for more information, or become a YouTube channel member. All you have to do for that is on this platform where you're watching this video, hit the join button next to the subscribe button to become a YouTube channel member. Same perks, and it helps the channel. Another great way to help the channel is to click the link in the description affiliate section and get ESPN Plus, but more on that in a second. Ryan Garcia, he's been calling out Tank, and he's been saying that to anybody who would listen. There's a situation going on right now where Mayweather Promotion has kind of clapped back and, said dead the noise, and we're going to talk about it. I'll pull it up on the screen for you. Let's get started. Smash the like button. If you're new, consider subscribing. Now, Leonard Ellerbe, he says, at Ryan Garcia, no need to keep bringing up Gervonta "Tank" Davis's name until you are ready to fight, because it's really corny now. Good luck in your next fight, right? So he's saying it's getting old, it's stale. Ryan Garcia responded. He says, only corny thing happening is how you keep telling everyone he's the biggest star in the world. Nobody cares. Just prove it. To me, I like Ryan Garcia, but that wasn't a great clapback. Tank is a star. He sold out an NBA venue with Gamboa. I was there in Atlanta. He had Lil Baby. He was there. I got some footage of him walking by and stuff. Lil Kim was there. Ton of PBC fighters were there. Just people in general. Clarissa Shields. I got to interview Shaq. That's how big. Tank Davis fought, and Shaquille O'Neal was there. I got video with it. Evander Holyfield was there. I think he lived in Atlanta too. So it was a big deal. Not everyone at Tank's age gets that. Brings Shaq Fu, Shaq D, can you dig it? Brings blue chips, Kazam, out to their fights. There's not many young fighters doing that. I'm not talking about Floyd or somebody else like Canelo or somebody Pacquiao. I'm talking about a young fighter, like Tank's age or younger. So Tank is a star. I seen Steven Jackson, just NBA players, all types of stuff. So I don't think that was a great comeback from Ryan, but that's just my opinion. So Leonard Ellerbe, Mayweather Promotions, he said you don't really have to keep mentioning his name unless you're ready to fight, because it's getting old, it's getting corny. And he said only thing corny is this, boom, boom, boom. There's another clapback from Ellerbe. Let me see if I can pull it up. Oh, okay, Golden Boy. Okay, Golden Boy jumped in here. Ooh, okay. I didn't know about this. See, this is a live video, so I didn't see that Roberto Diaz from Golden Boy has something to say. Okay, Roberto Diaz. I'm assuming this is Roberto Diaz, the Golden Boy guy. The matchmaker. Laughing my ass off. Tank has a belt, but let's be real, no one knows him. Okay, see, that's just stupid already. Ryan is younger, more known, and more importantly, a better fighter. Simple as that. See, that's just a matter of opinion, because Tank is a 3-division champion. Ryan's definitely popular. Tank's popular. End of discussion. But to undermine it and make it look like Tank ain't popular, that's some old media stuff. Are you bumping your gums, or are y'all ready? So yeah, it is Golden Boy Roberto Diaz. Bro, Golden Boy is not even really popping outside of Canelo. You know what I'm saying? Ryan Garcia, he has a good base too. But you don't really hear about many Golden Boy events outside of that. And as far as Ryan Garcia, he's popular for sure. He knows how to hype up the crowd. but you don't really hear his events at this point, breaking the bank. Like, Vegas is shut down because Ryan Garcia is fighting. That hasn't really happened yet. Tank and Leo Santa Cruz, I think, is bigger than any fight that Ryan Garcia has been in terms of fanfare and blockbuster. So it's looking bad for old media, because old media, they say stuff because it's therapeutic. To say Tank has a belt but no one knows him, I mean, come on. He signed to Mayweather Promotions. When Tank pulled the girl out the seat, people seem to know him and talk about him then. When Tank posts a video because he got a haircut, they seem to know. When Ellie Seckback or something got an interview with Gervonta Tank, or when I dropped my interviews with Tank, they seem to know him then. So, when Tank cusses somebody out or says something about Wilder, just different things that's happened in his career, people seem to know. Like I said, I was in Baltimore, covered his fight, Ricardo Nunes. People knew him then. I was in Atlanta, covering the Gamboa fight. People knew him then. So I don't even get. See, a lot of old media, their comebacks and whatnot are weak. It's weak. You're trying to make it like nobody knows Tank. People know Tank. When Tank and Floyd are beefing, or it looks like they're at odds or stuff, people are talking about it. That's just the name of the game. No matter if Tank is dating Ari or whoever, they all up in his business. He's on the shade room. See, you have to understand, Tank, there's a lot of old media fighters that they try to put in front of you, but they don't connect with the culture. You see what I'm saying? Like, old media will tell you to check for Madrimov. No doubt, Madrimov, he looks, the part. He looks like a good fighter. But Madrimov, he's not connecting with the culture, or at least at this point, where you could go to non-affiliated, like not boxing outlets, and anybody in the world is talking about Madrimov. However, if you go to places on like popular blog sites and, World Star, Shade Room, Baller Alert, these are big. I don't care if you personally don't go to these sites on Instagram and these pages and blogs and sites and stuff. They're popular. Hip Hop DX, Vlad TV had Gervonta Tank Davis. That's part of the culture. Whether you like Vlad or not, it's part of the culture. He does numbers. You see what I'm saying? Shade Room, Baller Alert, all these people, they do numbers, and they post about Tank because I see it. Tank will be singing. He did a video where it was just a simple video. He said he was going to a Rock Nation brunch, and World Star, Baller Alert, Shade Room, I don't know all the names to all of them, but those are the big heavy hitters. They were all posting about it, so it's a different way to connect. So in Roberto Diaz's mind, he could keep believing that. But guys like Virgil Ortiz Jr., they say he's the nicest, but his brand isn't where it hasn't matched the description from Golden Boy. You see what I'm saying? Because people wouldn't be familiar with him at this point outside of hardcore boxing fans. People that don't watch boxing all the time know who Tank Davis is. It's a difference. But, like I said, new media, we control the narrative. Leonard Ellerbe says, are you bumping your gums, or are y'all ready to put the kid in with Tank after his very next fight? If not, stop playing. See, look, there's a random person. He said, facts. He said, I was in B-More and it shut the city down. Couldn't drive nowhere downtown. All the players was out. It was a dope day. See, this is a random person chiming in saying that they was there. Like Cam say, killer, you wasn't there, B. I was there. This dude was there. And look, Ellerbe said, I didn't even proofread this or nothing. Ellerbe said, same scenario in Atlanta in December. He has a tremendous drawing power already. Next stop is pay-per-view versus four-time champion Leo Santa Cruz. And see, that's what I'm saying. I don't even understand why Golden Boy's even trying this, bro. That's that old media stuff. All that stuff is a dub right now. Because we know when Leo Santa Cruz and Tank Davis fight, especially in the absence of boxing with this pandemic, with or without a crowd, is going to do numbers. People are going to be interested. That is a bigger fight. This is not a knock at Ryan Garcia. I really like Ryan Garcia. Keep doing what he's doing. But truth be told, he might not even fight Jorge Linares next. And even if he did fight Linares, which is the best name he's actually linked to possibly fighting, it ain't going to be bigger than Leo Santa Cruz. Would you mean to tell me that Ryan Garcia versus Jorge Linares, you could put on a pay-per-view for the same price point as Leo Santa Cruz, 4-time champ, versus Tank? Absolutely not. Roberto Diaz of Golden Boy says, no gun bumping, just facts. After Gervonta Davis fights and beats a 126-pound, we are more than ready. I don't get the 106. Unless you want to skip the 126 opponent and go straight to a real 135. I guess that's not because the Gamboa, whatever. Gamboa fought Crawford at 135. Man, old media looking desperate, bro. Crawford fought Gamboa at 35. So Gamboa had more experience at 35 than Tank did. Tank's first fight was at 135 against Gamboa. So we can't make it like Gamboa was a featherweight because he had more fights at 35. He had fought Michael Farinas, I believe, at 135. I know for sure he fought Bud Crawford and rocked Bud Crawford, when they fought at Bud's home, in Omaha, and then Bud obviously stopped him. That was like that was his coming out party, so to speak. He says, Tank's next fight is pay-per-view. What's his? Y'all need to get on the same page with the trainer and stop clout chasing. Ooh, it's going in. It goes down in the DM. See? It's looking ugly for old media. Golden Boy, they're like, he said, no one is taken away from Floyd's achievements. However, let's compare when, where, and how, and that will tell you all. See, what does that have to do with anything? What? I don't even understand what Floyd has to do with this. Leonard Ellerbe said, LOL, stop it. You just in your feelings because he ran through your entire stable, including your boss. Get over it, 100. That's fact. Canelo's the current Golden Boy cash cow. Mayweather made easy work of him and is talking ish recently, saying that was one of his easiest fights. Oscar De La Hoya beat him. When De La Hoya was managing or promoting Victor Ortiz, and Victor Ortiz, I see something, had the blueprint. He ran through him, punched him lights out and shit in front of Quartet. I mean, it's just looking bad, bro. It's looking bad because some people don't know how to debate and do the jousting. Because Roberto Diaz don't look like he's not speaking fat. He just sounds like old media, like casual stuff, just saying shit to be saying stuff. But, to each his own. The other thing, there was one more thing from Ryan Garcia, I believe. I just want to give you guys all the detail. No, there was something else that he had said. Let me see if I can pick it up, find it. Yeah, man, this is just not a good look, bro. Man, they're going in. I respect all fighters regardless of their promotional affiliation or where they're from. If you can fight, you can fight, period. He said, look, young man, 30,000 people paid customers in ATL and Baltimore at real ticket prices in his last 2 fights. Check the reports. And I was at both of those fights. So that's, here's I knew there was more. See, it's been going on all day. Memorial Day heating up. Okay. Ellerbe of Mayweather Promotions said his trainer thinks he needs. Okay, so someone said exactly. Not really sure why these people are saying he's ready. He needs at least 3 more years of nothing but top contenders. This is what Jessica, a fan, said. Ellerbe said his trainer thinks he needs a little more seasoning. I promise you, if they put that kid in with Tank, he will get smoked. Damn. Right? And then Ryan Garcia says, Leonard, stop lying to the people. Tank has not done anything at 135 but beat Gamboa that was 40 with 1 leg. Don't lie to yourself. See, Ryan Garcia, I don't think I know he's feeling himself and stuff, but to me, this is not a great look what he's doing. Because realistically speaking, let's be real, and if you guys disagree, I would love to hear it in the comment section. He says, Leonard, stop lying to the people. Tank has not done anything at 135, but beat Gamboa that was 40 with 1 leg. This sounds like casual fan talk, bro. Because 1, I don't know if Gamboa is actually 40. I think he's in his 30s. That's one thing. 2, he's an Olympic gold medalist. 3, the 1 leg happened from Tank sitting him down and knocking him down, and he twisted his leg. He didn't come into the fight with an injury. Once again, this sounds like old media talking points, and it's not a good look because real boxing fans can hear what I'm saying and hear my voice, and determine like, okay, he's talking some sense. Gamboa, I don't care if he had one leg, a peg leg, tennis elbow. He didn't come into the fight with any existing injuries. Tank sat him down. I was there. And then his leg got twisted up. That's like me saying that, Julio Cesar Chavez fought a one-legged Sergio Martinez. That's not the case, because he came in with a fresh set of legs and his leg got messed up in the 12th round by Chavez. You see what I'm saying? So we're not going to act like this stuff didn't take place. I agree with Leonard Ellerbe here and Mayweather Promotions, and I'm going to keep going why. Okay, so last thing Ellerbe said, Ryan, what did your trainer say about fighting Tank? What was your promoter saying prior to that about fighting Tank? You see what I'm saying? So that's ether right there. And just to prove it, this is why. Again, I don't have nothing. You can believe me or not. I'm telling you my honest opinion. Ryan Garcia, he's calling out all these people. He's hungry. But in my opinion, he needs to have the same level of energy that in vitriol and venom that he's calling these people out or talking ish about Tank. He just did a video. And I think that's why Leonard Ellerbe said, if you ain't ready to fight, you should probably stop clout chasing my fighter. And that's because he just opened up Ryan Garcia just opened up a YouTube channel, and I think it's his first video. It was one of his first few videos. He's talking about Tank being out of shape, and he put like a pillow under his shirt, and he says, "Oh, I'm Gervonta Tank Davis. I'm fat. I'm out of shape." And it's like that's kind of weird. You're opening your own YouTube channel. We're in a pandemic, so there's really nobody fighting at the moment. And your first episode or YouTube video is about somebody else, and it's about someone else that you're not fighting. Leonard Ellerbe is 1,000% in the right, because the other issue is, and like I said, this is new media. I don't care who goes against what I'm saying, because facts are facts. You can like this fighter better, you can like this side or this side, but you can't denounce the facts. And I come with receipts. Ryan Garcia, this was documented. Boom, we got action. You boom, you never know, huh? Yeah, Jake, you never know. This is Ryan Garcia's own promotional side, DAZN. He fights on DAZN, right? April 12th, 2020. Ryan Garcia's trainer says he needs, quote, 2 or 3 more fights before facing Devin Haney and the likes of Gervonta Davis. Bro, almost thought you would come with the ether. That is the ultimate ether, because Ryan Garcia keeps mentioning Tank. Okay, first of all, let's break down the dichotomy of what Boxingego is saying. Roberto Diaz is sounding like a casual fan saying nobody knows Tank, but he has a fighter signed to him, to Golden Boy Promotions, who is incessantly talking about a guy that allegedly nobody knows. You tell me that makes sense. So they're trying to undermine Gervonta Davis's star power. Then why is Ryan Garcia doing YouTube episodes about Tank Davis and nonstop calling him out and not fighting him? Right? Strike one. Strike two, and this is the ether, is his own promoter, DAZN, has an article on DAZN.com who they're looking to sell, and they're looking to sell parts of DAZN, if not the whole thing, but that's another video. You guys check that. And look what the article says. Ryan Garcia's own trainer says he needs 2 to 3 more fights before facing Devin Haney or Tank Davis. So there's nothing else. This is the interview. There's a link to it. Shout out to them for putting the link. I have videos about this. Eddie Reynoso, he trains in San Diego with him. He says, quote, I would like Ryan Garcia to have a couple more fights because the last 3 fights we have only fought for a combined 4 rounds, Reynoso said in an interview with ESPN Deportes. He still needs to learn more. This is his own trainer talk. This is not new media, ego, Boxingego, Leonard Ellerbe. This is his own man. This is your man's and he still needs to learn more. Fight with boxers who can give him a battle. So while you have Ryan Garcia, this is why I told you it's a bad look, because he's so curious or whatever and wants to fight and call people out, he's saying, oh, you fought a 40-year-old Gamboa. Gamboa is better than anyone that Ryan Garcia has been put in with. Name somebody that's better than Gamboa and more decorated that Ryan Garcia has fought. Ryan Garcia is not a champion. These are facts. Your own trainer is saying fight with boxers who can give you a battle. So if your own trainer says you haven't fought people that can give you a battle, how on earth can you try to shame a Gamboa, an Olympic gold medalist, and say he had one leg and he ain't done nothing? Gamboa gave Crawford, a tough fight. He was actually up on the cards until he started getting dropped, and he hurt Crawford. And and Crawford, the dog came out and the skills came out, and he stopped him. Eddie Reynoso said boxers who are giving him things to work on inside the ring. So all of this is what his own trainer is saying. Look, this is brand new. This is a bad look, people. April 12th, 2020. So it's not like an old interview from, 2013, and then so much has changed. Bro, he just said that it's June. It's May. It's not even June. This is May. Like Money May. He just said this in April. This is a month old. See, and the great thing about new media, I feel like Allstate. Are you in good hands? Because I cover all this, so it sticks with me and I remember all of this stuff. I'm like a boxing's encyclopedia. When you cover this information, it becomes your little baby. So I remember all of this. So when people are trying to go against me and, doubt what I say, it usually doesn't work out for them, because the retention of the information from doing it and reporting and covering these issues, I just seem to remember it. Some people forget this stuff, but when you do a video about it and you're doing live streams and talking about it, you remember. This is Ryan's own trainer saying this. But Reynoso isn't saying that Garcia doesn't have the ability to take out the likes of Haney and Davis. Instead, this is a fluff piece right here. He's just fluffing it up, the writer. Instead, it has more to do with gaining more experience, and Reynoso doesn't believe the past two outings. That's just filler. The bottom line is, if he's ready, he's ready. If you ain't talking about, hey, we want to fight him next, then you ain't talking about nothing, period. So these are the direct quotes. That's what you guys have to get. You have to get into put into context. There's a difference between an author and a writer of an article that works for the company that he fights on, giving their personal opinion. Right here, this is his article, so that's his personal opinion, right? This is his personal opinion. Oh, but Reynoso, that's his interpretation of what's saying. Of what Eddie's saying. I'm not giving you an interpretation. I'm giving you exactly what he's saying, and then I'm interpreting based on what he said. That's the difference. You see what I'm saying? Like, this is an article and he's like saying stuff that Eddie didn't say. This is his exact words in between these quotes. We are missing 2 or 3 more fights, not because he cannot beat top guys right now. He can beat anyone inside the ring. He can be a champion, but a few more fights are needed to increase the possibilities of doing so. So possibilities. He don't talk like this about Canelo because he's been with Canelo since he was 15 or younger. So he knows what Canelo can do, and he knows Canelo's ready of doing so. To get more in terms of learning and training, Reynoso continued. Ryan Garcia needs a little more experience, and let's see if that can be achieved this year. And we're in a pandemic year. Reynoso also concedes that Ryan Garcia has not really beaten anyone. Back to what I said before. How can Ryan Garcia or his fans or Roberto Diaz or Golden Boy try to shame Tank for moving up in weight and getting a 3rd title or whatever by beating an Olympic gold medalist Gamboa in every single round in front of a sellout NBA stadium that I was there for? The coverage, my whole time in Atlanta, I had a great time. I was streaming from my room downtown in a nice place. All that has been documented. So how can you roast Tank? Oh, he hadn't done nothing. He only fought Gamboa. That's better than anyone that Ryan Garcia has been put in with. You can blame Golden Boy. You can blame Ryan Garcia. That's just a fact. Golden Boy hasn't put him in there with nobody that's better than than Gamboa. So his own trainer is saying this. He hasn't really beaten anyone. This is what he says. I think we still have a long way to go. This is his trainer. This ain't ego. His trainer just last month said, I think we still have a long way to go to become a great champion. Reynoso said, we have to keep working. We have to keep learning. He is very good moment right now. See, and the author of this article didn't go through, because I've already covered this. The author of this article, he just quoted what was said, but he didn't put the whole sentence. So for the whole sentence, you have to actually go to the original source, which is ESPN Deportes, right? He just like summed it up. Nah, that's not good enough. Y'all gonna get this work today. I promise you that. See, you gotta go to the actual article. Look, this is the actual quote from in the interview. Eddie Reynoso advises Ryan Garcia not to rush. So, all this stuff is a dub. Renowned Mexican head trainer Eddie Reynoso recommended the talented youngster Ryan Garcia do 1 or 2 more fights before facing division lions, because although he has called Devin Haney, Gervonta Davis, and some others out, he believes he still needs to be able to govern the category so he can. Reynoso told ESPN Knockout, Ryan is impetuous, but he still lacks it. This is what his own trainer is saying. I would like a couple more fights. In his last 3 fights, he fought around, blah, blah, blah. We are missing 2 or 3 more fights. He's learning, but he lacks a little more experience, right? Bro, boom. I told you everything I'm saying, just I got the Midas touch. Everything I say turn to gold. As far as I'm concerned as a coach, we have not really beaten anyone. This is his coach talking. This is not, my interpretation or anything. You see it on the screen. I'm going to just let it marinate. I'm going to let it burn like Usher. You got to let it burn. As far as I'm concerned as a coach, we have not really beaten anyone. We have not won any world championship. We have not won any world qualifiers. We have a silver title. The boy is talented, very talented. He also has his talent for he is writing, and he is very charismatic and a lot of ability to learn above the ring. It is his way of being. He is a very good boy. He really wants to. But I think we still have this wasn't included in the DAZN article, but I still think we have a long way to go to become a great champion. We have to keep working, and we have to keep learning and beating the top level fighters. Right? So, I've said this before. I'm going to say it again. I like what Ryan Garcia is doing, minus the frequent call-outs of guys that he's not fighting. But I like it that he teamed up with Eddie Reynoso. I like his last couple performances. I have no problem with that. But I agree with Ellerbe. The calling out of Tank that's kind of a dub, because although you want to fight, the bottom line is I don't care. If he feels he's ready for Tank, so be it. But your own team is saying you're not ready. So that's a miscommunication between Team Ryan Garcia, his trainer, and Golden Boy. So all this other stuff from Roberto Diaz and Golden Boy and the fans trying to jump in, it's a wrap, because I'm right and Leonard Ellerbe is right. Right? That's why he said this. You have to be well informed. Ryan, what did your trainer say about fighting Tank? What was your promoter saying prior to that about fighting Tank? About fighting Tank, right? And in reference to that, you go to YouTube. See, I know all this stuff. Ryan Garcia not ready for Gervonta Davis, right? Oscar Ellie got so many videos. I don't know if it'll come up easily. Look, must see. Tank is a beast. Ryan is not ready 2 years ago. That's what the man is talking. Look, there's Oscar De La Hoya, who was managing, the career of Ryan Garcia then. And I'm not going to play Ellie's video. So you guys give him the view. Go to it. I'm showing you how to get it. It says, must see. Tank is a beast. Ryan is not ready. Quote, they put it in quotes. Tank is a beast. Ryan is not ready, says Oscar De La Hoya, ES News. Boom. So at the end of the day, there's nothing that anybody else can say. Your trainer said you're not ready and you haven't fought anyone. And he says you need more fights before you start getting in there. So he's ignoring your call outs. So if you have a problem with that, then you got to take it up with Eddie Reynoso and Chepo Reynoso. But like I said, new media, what Leonard Ellerbe is saying, he says, what did your trainer say? What was your promoter say? I just showed you both. Boom. You never know. So I agree. I'm getting tired of the Ryan Garcia tank because it's not happening. You keep seeing Ryan Garcia, you know, saying he'll fight Lomachenko. He'll fight against Pacquiao and keeps calling out Tank. You know, even said he'll fight Devin Haney. But your promoter ain't making none of that. So I think the same energy that you have towards Leonard Ellerbe and the same energy that you have for Gervonta Davis, you probably should take that to Oscar De La Hoya, because this got you looking bad if you keep incessantly calling out people and they're nowhere near putting you in. And then you know, and this is what happens in boxing. People always try to pin the tail on the donkey. If you look at Roberto Diaz, they're trying to make it look like they want Ryan Garcia to fight against Tank Davis right now. And he's talking about weird stuff, Mayweather and who's more popular, and trying to make it like Tank's not popular. The bottom line is this. You have a fighter, right, that keeps calling out a guy, and your promotional people are the ones that aren't making it. Between your promotion, your side, and your own trainer, they don't have the same confidence that Ryan Garcia has that he's ready. And that's a given based on Oscar's previous statements, recent interviews with Eddie Reynoso. So again, that's something he has to take up with his own team. We Unpacked. So if you enjoyed this video and want more content like this on the channel, you can show your appreciation by going to the PayPal donate button or the YouTube support button, and you can donate any amount that you feel is equivalent to the value of this video. Much more to come. Thank you guys for your support. Boxing Ego, the future of boxing.